Joining us now from PopSugar
Hi.
is Jordan Allen.
How's it going?
Michael Art says thanks for joining us.
Nice to meet you.
I'm going to keep these glasses on for a little while from Pivot Head because they're recording. How does that sound?
You got a camera in there.
I got a camera in there. Is that pretty cool?
That's pretty sweet. You got to go. It's right into the TriCaster.
We're gonna plug it into the TriCaster later. It won't go live, but we'll hook it up, and I think it's pretty cool. They kind of look like my regular glasses, so
yeah,
I might be able to throw people off.
All right.
I do wear glasses at work. I'm wearing contacts today. So PopSugar is an amazing website, I think.
Thank you.
You guys blog, you do all sorts of stuff, and you break a lot of celebrity news. Now,
we do.
I freelance for the New York Post. I do a lot of stuff for them. I'm a regular contributor, I would say, on camera. Cover stuff like the Super Bowl red carpets. Just did the Game of Thrones premiere. And the New York Post and Page 6 break a lot of stuff, but I think you make the people at Page 6 jealous sometimes.
Yeah, good. That's what we like.
Because you break a lot of news. What do you think is the biggest story you guys broke on PopSugar?
Well, you know, it's funny because we like to break stories all the time. We started a live show about it was the end of February, and so we used to just kind of like make a video every single day. We'd want to do a news story.
Live is so much better, isn't it?
We would, we'd shoot a story, we'd edit it. It was 3 to 4 hours until we would get it online, and now we have a 30-minute live show that goes on twice a day, and allows us to be instantaneous in our news coverage. So, much in the same way that like blogging just changed the face of news, now we are able to go live and bring video and break news that way, which is pretty incredible.
Do you go live from red carpets at all?
Yeah, we go live from red carpets. We are, award season just ended, so that was a pretty amazing time. We had an Oscars live show. We were live for 8 hours. We were reporting from the field, backstage. We had a studio show. And we did a viewing party. You guys are doing
a lot of crazy stuff. That's amazing. And so, Jordan, you're the executive producer.
Yes, I am.
That means you got your hands in everything.
Just about.
You guys use the Teradek cube and bond to do this
We do. We have, we have Teradek cube and bonds. We've got some bolts.
Amazing,
and it allows us to kind of get from the field back to our studio where our switcher is and home base.
What I love is being able to take a bond and going back to a decoder into the switcher to your home base. So you do a studio show, and now, without having a live truck, a microwave truck, without having to have all these things, you're able to broadcast live out in the field from the red carpet, but still have your studio show. And it's phenomenal. I did an NFL draft show like that for the New York Post last year. It just worked out so good.
Yeah, it's great. And we've been messing around. I mean, we've got a ton of 4G cards, so we're constantly trying to figure out who's got the best service. And then
I think mix and match is the best.
We're
right
mixing
now.
and matching, and then we're getting internet on location and plugging in as well.
All right, forget about this stuff. Let's talk about, is Kim Kardashian really 200 pounds? Is this what we're talking about?
Yeah, we don't like to talk about Kim Kardashian.
Really? Why not? You guys talk about everything. What are you talking about? I was reading last night, Angelina Jolie's like, her outfit is terrible, and I saw it. It was terrible.
We like to be positive. So we're not very salacious, but yes, no comment.
No comment on that. So tell me about some of the news that's breaking today. Let's break it here.
You gotta tune into PopSugar to check out the news.
So
PopSugar.com, check it out. We've got a live show today, 1 o'clock.
But you're here live now, so let's do something. Let's give something away.
No, that's why we have a live show. You gotta tune in to see the news every day. PopSugar.com.
All right, but Reese Witherspoon's pregnant again, right?
Yeah, so in fact, one thing we did interesting with the Teradeks, we were able to connect our studios together. We have a studio in New York, a studio in San Francisco, and a studio in Los Angeles. So our live show happens from each location, and we could have installed fiber, which would have been outrageously expensive. And we actually just have a full-time Teradek bolt and receiver,
the bond and receiver,
going back and forth from San Francisco to LA, New York, and back again.
That's phenomenal.
So we have a constant feed coming in from all cities, which is incredible. Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, I'm going to take these off for a second, stop recording, but I do want to give everybody a behind-the-scenes look.
Well, can I try them out?
What we're doing? Sure.
Yeah, there we go.
They're still recording. Put them on.
All right, sweet.
Yeah. So Jordan's wearing them now. He's going to get a pair. They look cool on you. Probably better than they look on me. Now you produced the show Biography on A&E. Right?
Yes.
A long time ago. A couple days ago. You look young, so. I love that show.
Thank you.
What was your favorite biography?
I don't know. You might have you mixed up with someone else.
Is that
I'm not really sure.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
My research is wrong.
All right, maybe so.
I guess I'm wrong. All right. So, well, hey, have you ever seen the show Biography on A&E?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so what was your favorite interview on that? No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
These are pretty cool. I like them. They suit you better, though.
I don't know about that, but thank you. Do you guys do a show called Biography on PopSugar?
We do. We have a show called I'm a Huge Fan, which is a pretty interesting show, and it is...
Emmy nominated?
It is not Emmy nominated. It's online. It is we tell a story of a famous celebrity told through their biggest fan. So
that's pretty cool.
We have a winner. We pick a winner from our website, and they get to meet their favorite celebrity. So we have Gwyneth Paltrow coming up in just a couple of weeks. So we're going to pick a winner from our website. You can go to popsugar.com to fill out the application and win a chance to meet Gwyneth Paltrow.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and then we tell kind of like Gwyneth Paltrow's life story, like told through her biggest fan. So it's pretty cool show.
And you're executive producing that as well.
Yes.
That's pretty awesome. Tell me who your favorite celebrity is. Who would you love to meet?
Well, we just met Tina Fey, which I thought was pretty incredible. She was out in New York.
Oh, come on, when you were a kid, who'd you want to meet? You didn't want to meet Tina Fey when you were a kid.
Tina Fey's pretty incredible.
She is cool. But who'd you want to meet when you were a kid?
Who did I want to meet when I was a kid? That's a good question.
I'm thinking Jim Carrey. You look like a Jim Carrey kind of guy.
Favorites. Jim Carrey, he's a good one.
Yeah.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Everyone likes Matt Damon, right?
I feel like you would have had fun with Jim Carrey. So PopSugar was founded in 2006 by Lisa and Brian Sugar.
Yes.
It's gone through some changes, but they're still involved.
They're very much involved every day. Lisa is working with all the editors and the video team to help shape the creative and the content of the website. I love
what you guys are doing because I really believe that this is where everything's going, and that unfortunately a lot of the media that's out there is not making enough moves to make this stuff happen now. And they, it's like they watch the record business go out of business pretty much.
Yep.
And instead of going, oh, let's fix this, let's make this happen now, they're like, oh, we're going to hang on as long as we can. A lot of them. There are some that are trying to make changes and some doing it unsuccessfully. You guys are doing it successfully. I got to commend you, tip my hat to you. I think that you're doing a phenomenal job. I love that you're using the Teradek devices, not only because you're using them and because we're here with Teradek, but also because of what they represent and what they are able to do with technology. They're just phenomenal. And I know firsthand, because I was telling somebody yesterday, this is the truth. When I started with an Ikegami camera. I was an anchor and reporter, and I had to shoot my own stories. I started with an Ikegami camera and a 3/4 deck on a snorkel cable with a wired mic. And I had a cell phone. I was like, privileged. I had a cell phone. And I remember looking at the camera and looking at the cell phone and thinking, wow, one day these two are going to merge and we're not going to need this microwave truck, this live truck that has all these issues with live site. We're not going to need a satellite truck that costs $2,500 a second. Yeah. I'm exaggerating a little. It's more like $2,500 a day, but whatever. And we're going to be able to do this really easily, efficiently, and inexpensively. And we're going to be able to cut all these cables and get up and close and personal, to the actual action, because we'll be able to walk wherever we want. We won't be tied to a cable. And I thought I'd be 70. It'd be the end of my career before I'd ever see that. And now it's here now. Yeah. And I'm a day short of 70. So I'm
so good for you. There you go.
No, I'm a lot younger than that. But it's awesome, and it's working for you guys. It works for lots of other journalists, broadcasters, and I think that's phenomenal. And the key is, correct me if you think I'm wrong, it's about bringing the information to the people, and that's very empowering, faster and easier.
At heart, at PopSugar, we are storytellers, and we have a lot of content to talk about. We are constantly posting and making posts on our site. We have about 80 editors between San Francisco, New York, and Los Angeles, so there's just a lot to talk about, and not just in celebrity news, but in lifestyle for women, and it's great to be able to bring these stories to life in a way that you can't just do in a blog post.
Right, and that's the key. And I'm about storytelling. I'm about telling stories and finding creative ways to tell them and really telling them. And it's funny because I was just sitting with an editor the other day, and we were working on a piece, and he kept saying, "We got to get this to 2 minutes." And I said, "Why do you want it to be 2 minutes? Why? Tell me. You just want it to be 2 minutes because it's an arbitrary number you picked out of the sky. Why not 2:15? Why not 1:45?" And he said, "Well, people only watch for 2 minutes." I said, "No. People only watch crap for 2 minutes. Yeah. They'll watch compelling content for as long as it's compelling. And if this story needs to be told in 3 minutes or it needs to be told in 1:45, let's tell the complete story either way. Yeah. And let's tell it, and when it's done, it's done." And that's the thing, and we did that, and we made it so much better by actually telling the story, because there are so many people that don't tell the story. They forget there's a beginning, middle, and end, and they just leave off part of it. And the thing is, they don't tell the arc. Yeah. And they're not taught that today. The kids are not taught that today. It's really disheartening. I have interns that come in and you go, "Here, put this together," and they'll give you 45 seconds of effects and all sorts of moves. And you're like, that's great, but what's the story?
Yeah.
And so I'm glad that you guys do that.
You know, it's interesting too, because I think people are watching longer and longer video. You know, there was Uyala came out with a report that people were watching, it was like up more than 30 minutes of content, and then people are willing to watch even longer content because it's live.
That's the truth.
And they're willing to like stick around for that longer time period. So our show's actually 30 minutes, and the engagement is amazing. We're blown away every day by how
and with the live
going.
stuff, here's the thing. Live stuff gives you the psychological feel of immediacy. You feel like you have to watch it. You're not going to get it again, even though many times you can. Mm-hmm. And in addition to that, people stick with it. It also is becoming the most valuable stuff for sponsors because, and that's what people aren't necessarily getting, is that because you have to stay and watch the commercials because you have to sit through them to watch the next thing.
Yeah.
And so I think a lot of it's going live, and that's where, you know, you guys are on the forefront, Teradek's on the forefront, Ustream's on the forefront. You guys are doing a great job. It's available on the iPhone as well, right?
It's on the iPhone. Well, we're through Ustream.
Ustream, so people watch it on the iPhone.
Yeah, so you can watch it on the iPhone, and that's I watch it on the iPhone. I
don't watch anything except for on my iPhone or my iPad. When is your next show? It's today.
It's today, 1 o'clock, and then again at 3 o'clock. And so we have a show that it's from Los Angeles at 1 o'clock and San Francisco at 3 o'clock, and that's.
Well, you need a New York correspondent.
We are starting our New York show in 1 month, and that'll be at 9 a.m. So we're very excited to get that going.
Awesome.
So 3 shows, each 30 minutes apiece, and that's all the entertainment and news
and I like that you're doing,
and that's before Entertainment Tonight. We do 3 shows before they even start, so it's pretty amazing.
That's phenomenal. I like that you guys are doing positive news. I think that's so important, and I always talk about that. It's actually funny. I wanted to start a positive news station 100 years ago, and my news director laughed at me. He told me nobody will watch that, and I beg to differ. So I think that's great that you guys are doing positive news.
Yeah.
All right, well, Jordan, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
I hope everybody checks out PopSugar, popsugar.com. You can go through Ustream through the app and find them and watch live, which you should. It's phenomenal. I've checked it out. I've watched it, and I've also gone through the blog and the articles and all the stuff. So it's phenomenal.
Cool.
Jordan, the executive producer, thank you so much at PopSugar for joining us.
Very nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you.